Sterling High School, Channel 19, winner of the National Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast.
You're watching Sterling High School, Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ.
He went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string sing. South Jersey is well represented now.
Sterling is going to the championship game.
Looks like he's fouled there. Put up a desperation shot, and there he goes! It's good! It's good!
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are just getting ready here for some boys basketball between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Lindenwold Lions. Sterling sitting at 13-9 this year, 5-5 in the division. Lindenwold sitting at 5-16, 2-8 in the division. So as we take a look at the Colonial Liberty standings, Haddonfield up top 18-6, 9-1 in the division, and then it's the Woodbury Thundering Herd at 11-13 and 7-3 in the division. The Haddon Knights Garnet sitting at 14-8, 6-4 in the division. Sterling sitting at 13-9, 5-5, and then it's Paulsboro at 7-13, 2-8, and then West Deptford 4-17, 1-9. And then on the Colonial Patriots standings, the Audubon Green Wave is on top this year, 13-10 overall, 9-1 in the division. And then the Gloucester Lions taking a dip into second place, 15-8 overall, 8-2 in the division. Then it's the Haddon Township Hawks sitting at 17-6, 7-3 in the division. And then the Collingswood Panthers sitting at 4-19, 3-7. And then the Lindenwold Lions sitting in fifth place in the Colonial Patriot, 5-16 overall, 2-8 in the division. And then Gateway at the bottom. So since 2007, the game history, Sterling leads the series 17-6. Lindenwold won the last game. Sterling's last win came in 2023, and they have won 6 of the last 8. So Sterling with some pretty good history against Lindenwold. So Sterling sitting at 13-9, Lindenwold sitting at 5-16. Sterling 4th in the Colonial Liberty, while Lindenwold is 5th in the Colonial Patriot. Sterling's offense averages 56 points per game, while Lindenwold averages only 49, and Sterling's defense only lets up 52, while Lindenwold lets up around 63 points per game. So Sterling may have an easy time getting some buckets today. Sterling's top scorers, Zion Arnett, Julian Johnson, and Travis Schmidt, the senior trio that's been here all along, all with 11 points per game, and then Josh Borsch, the junior, the big man, with 9 points per game. And then for Lindenwold, CJ Matthews sits at 16 points per game, Giovanni Blocker with 11 points per game, Jermaine Hughes with 8, and then Sharif Hammond with 6. So the keys to the game here for the Sterling Knights, about to say the Lady Knights, but the Sterling Knights execute and get to the line. They make sure they execute on both sides of the ball, make sure they play with poise, and getting to the line and generating some free throws is going to be something that's pretty key for the Knights today. Let's take a look at the Group 2 PowerPoint rankings. Sterling sitting at 11th right now. The number 1 team is Camden, so they're right back on top. Middle Township dipped into second place here. Camden with 3 more PowerPoints than Middle Township. And then as we go down, Sterling in 11th place right now. So it's going to be interesting to see where they end up as the week comes to a close. Maybe get a home game, but that seems unlikely as time is going on. And then all the way at the bottom right there is Lindenwold. They would probably go against Camden if it ended up like this. And boy, they would have a matchup on their hands. So I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to let the boys introduce themselves.
Marcus Johnson, junior, forward, Summerdale.
Travis Schmid, senior, forward, Laurel Springs. Chase Camarda, senior, guard, Stratford.
Casey Kozaneski, senior, forward, Stratford.
Julian Johnson, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Quentin Rosano, senior, forward, Stratford.
Zion Arnett, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Mari Key, senior, point guard, Summerdale.
Joshua Bush, junior, forward, Magnolia.
Salim Jones, junior, guard, Lindenwold.
Julian Tummings, senior, point guard, Magnolia.
So welcome back here to Sterling Channel 19 as we're going to take a look at the Lindenwold starters. So first, it's the freshman Dominic Roberts. Only averages around 6 points per game. It's pretty good on the boards for the Lindenwold Lions. And then it's CJ Matthews, a person we're going to be saying a lot tonight, the senior. 16 points per game, second in the team in rebounds, is the only player on either team to have 300 points. And then Jermaine Hughes, the senior, 123 total points, 8 points per game. Not very great on the boards, but someone who's dynamic from the 2 and the 3. And then Sharif Raymond, someone who's been dominant this year. As we take a look at both of the coaches here today. On your left, it's Randy Conley Jr., the Lindenwold coach, and then on your right, it's Coach Behringer. And then the Sterling starters, you know, the usual. Zion Arnett, the senior, 11 points per game. Travis Schmidt sitting at 11 points per game as well. Also great from the charity stripe, 84% total. And then Julian Johnson also sitting at 11 points per game. And then it's Jason Camarda, the facilitator. And then on number 11, Amari Key slots in the lineup. So especially happy Valentine's Day for us here at the Tech Crew. There's all our signatures there. And then there is Tyrone and Tyrese, the Valentine's Day mascots here for Channel 19. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone at home. Also happy Eagles Super Bowl Parade Eve. And thank you all for tuning in. I'm Daniel Leake, joined by Max Zubak here once again, getting ready for some Thursday night hoops. And Max, how you feeling, buddy?
Well, I mean, I'm feeling great if I'm Sterling for this matchup. You go into it, Lindenwold, like you had mentioned, not the best defense in comparison. There's a lot more evenness in points let up and points scored for the Silver Knights in comparison to the Lindenwold Lions. And obviously they have their star guy in CJ Matthews, and they are starting their only freshman today in something that we didn't expect. We expected Giovanni Blocker to start yet another game. He's one of the top 3 in games played for that squad. Is not starting for a reason unknown to us, but nonetheless, Lindenwold goes in with overall season that hasn't panned out as well as Sterling's has, and if Sterling's going in, obviously the points of the game we mentioned before is to execute and get to the line, and against Lindenwold, those things are going to be open to expose based on history throughout the year.
Well, the Sterling Knights haven't had, the most ideal year either. I mean, they sit at a positive record, as we mentioned, 13-9, 5-5 in the division, but a lot of these close games, when it's really come down to it, they have not been able to pull through. And I think that's been one of the major problems as time has gone on. This team's still stuck together, though. And, I mean, they're going to have a really, really tough postseason coming up if they want to try and make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have a rocky road to get to anything like a championship or a good playoff run even before then. But nonetheless, they definitely have the capacity of doing so. I just don't know if they can get there with the current mindset. They have to stick together as they have, but not let the games get as close as they have to be able to let up those leads. Because if they do, like you had mentioned, we've seen it before, it's gotten them to this pretty close to even record at 13-9. Those close games have given them a majority of those 9 losses.
So we're just getting ready for tip-off here. Sterling rolling without a big man. Borsch and Marcus Johnson remain on the bench, so Zion Arnett will take the tip here against Jabril Simmons. Just getting the confirmation from the refs, and the tip will be awarded to Sterling. So Camarda's going to get things started here for the Knights early in this one. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I'm Daniel Leake, joined by Max Zubak, getting ready for some Thursday night hoops. Right down the road is Lindenwold, so Sterling versus Lindenwold in this matchup. Looking for the early lock to Zion Arnett, and he slams it home. Zion Arnett deserves to fly and gets the first 2 points of this game.
That is how you open up the scoring. Electric to start this one.
Flying like an eagle, Zion Arnett getting this one started, and we saw a similar start to the last game for Sterling where they opened up with a lob from Julian to Zion and an early pickpocket, and Johnson now rolling the other way. Johnson going to take this one up himself and floats that one in. Early 4 points here for the Knights.
And this is exactly what we had mentioned in the pregame. This Lindenwold defense lets up a good amount of points, and before a minute has been played, a timeout's already been taken.
Well, we're definitely going to take a look at that replay in just a few moments, but before then, man, peak athleticism there from Zion Arnett.
I mean, we've seen it many a time. So we take a look here. They're trying to facilitate the play. Julian Johnson finds him, and the cut off the boom, but nonetheless, we see it from the basket, because where else would you want to? Keep passing it around. Key finds Johnson, and Johnson finds a Zion Arnett. The strength and the vertical all combined for a nice two-piece there.
And a Zion Arnett caught major air, flying like an eagle, and perfect lob there from Julian Johnson. Shows the chemistry between those two, but man, what a start. And Sterling moving with some electricity to start out this first quarter. So now Lindenwold looking for a response after they took that 30-second timeout. This one goes inside, and traveling violation called there on Jermaine Hughes.
Take a look just once again what got us here. Julian Johnson, he took a look at Key once again and saw that Zion Arnett was moving in, and he had all the nice flick of the wrist to get it there, had all the trust in the world in Arnett, who made it all the worthwhile, giving him a nice 2 points.
So Key finds Arnett over to Johnson. Johnson looking towards Travis Schmidt in the middle, finds an open Arnett. Good ball moving here. This one ends up with Key, but now he finds Johnson over to Arnett. Arnett for three, knocks it down. Arnett with 5 points to open this one up. And this has been a really good start for Sterling on both ends of the court.
Sterling has gotten a couple of steals and a lot of patient ball movement, which is what I love to see in basketball. They had a couple of chances to shoot, but they were a little more contested, and they continue to move it around. And then they find a Zion Arnett open on the corner for a nice clean three.
And Behringer has to be loving this start out of his boys in blue. And I think this rocky road of a season has been something he hasn't been the best or as happy about, but this is definitely the start he wants. So this one goes cross court to Key, over to Schmid. Schmid gonna fire up a three-pointer, and that one goes down. Everyone finding the net right now. Sterling with a 10-point lead to open this one. Roberts was looking for the response. That one did not go. Rebound by Travis Schmid. Now moving quickly are the Knights. Camardo going inside. He gets pickpocketed. And that will go in Lindenwold possession.
Well, it's once again a lot of smart passing, not risking anything to be too close. And then Schmid slightly covered, but not covered nearly enough to stop the three from going in there. They've been hot from the corner early on to make it a double-digit lead very early.
So it's been a really good start here from the Knights. Now moving it is Jermaine Hughes. Hughes gets it back out to Matthews. Matthews moving it on the inside, going against Arnett. He floats that one up. That one does not go. Rebound by Schmid. Schmid finds Camardo. Camardo advancing up the court, gives it off to Key. Key gonna fire away from three. That one does not go. Rebound by the Lions. They're storming up the court. The Lions put one up. That one does not go from Matthews. Sterling fighting for the rebound. Camardo gets it. So 3 minutes down, Sterling here with this 10-point lead over the Lindenwold Lions, and a foul called there against Lindenwold.
When we take a look at this drive up here that caused the foul, Key finds a Zion Arnett. It's a little too much contact. We tried to make a move.
So Camardo is going to get things started here for the Knights. Finds an open Schmidt on the outside. That one does not go. Rebound by Arnett. Arnett finds Key. Key over to Arnett. He finds Camardo. Pure perimeter passing here by the Knights. This one goes inside. That one tipped. So the Lions now looking to move forward. C.J. Matthews, 16 points per game, working here against Camardo. He takes it inside, looking for the floater. That one does not go. Rebound there by Camardo.
Well, a lot of these early Lindenwold possessions have been very short. They're not trying to extend the play very much. The travel gets called on Johnson there, but we've seen a lot of trying to move in as much as they can and then can't quite get a shot to go. I feel like they're wasting a lot of their opportunities, as we see here. Almost up and down like Julian Johnson there to got the travel. He's laughing it off, but still a mistake you don't want to see early on, but still, knowing him, he'll be able to shove it off and move right back to his number 4.
Yeah, I think his 11 points per game speaks for himself. Yeah. Has kind of the facilities to make a mistake or two from time to time.
He can make a whoopsie. It's fine.
We make whoopsies all the time here.
We do a lot of whoopsies.
Oh, yeah. Way more whoopsies than the guys on the court, I'll tell you that much.
You slip on so many banana peels, it's hilarious.
So Amari Key now going to get things started here for the Knights. Finds Camardo. This dual guard system here for the Knights has worked quite well to start. This one finds Key. He looks inside towards Johnson. Great ball movement there by the Knights. And Johnson with the payoff. So now moving up is Matthews. He gives it off to Hughes. Hughes quickly pickpocketed there by Camardo. He's looking for Arnett. Arnett gets tripped on the way there, and a foul called on Matthews.
Take a look at the last basket made here. There's a lot of good dual guard passing. As you had mentioned, Julian Johnson finds a nice way to move in, get another 2 for himself in this first quarter.
So a timeout taken by the Lions. And you can follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV19. We'll have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun and exciting things that happen around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV19. So thank you all for tuning in here. A pretty good crowd here for the Thursday night hoops. And there's Mr. Jericho and his son, Mr. Jericho, showing out tonight for the boys. And Lindenwold with a pretty rough first quarter to start here in Max, and Sterling has just been flying on both sides of the court.
Well, I mean, we had mentioned before in the pregame that Lindenwold's defense less than about 63 a game, and it's definitely showing here. They haven't gotten much on the offense. There's been a lack of patience on the offense, and the defense has allowed a lot of passing across the key around the perimeter to happen, which now they're adding some height in Marcus Johnson and Joshua Borsch. It's going to be even harder to contain both the perimeter and the inside with that kind of size.
I was just about to mention that, Max. They're doing a rolling away from the dual guard and kind of going to the dual big. Borsch, we know, is a really good three-point shooter. Johnson does a lot more of the dirty work inside. Here's Borsch releasing the three-pointer. That one does not go. But Johnson working on the inside. Finds Arnett. Great pass from Johnson. And Arnett with the finish. 8 points from Arnett. Sterling scores 15 before the Lions can find a single point.
Arnett's had a very productive first quarter. Really nice from both beyond the arc and finding passes that have led to more points.
Matthews answers right back. CJ Matthews extending the range quite a bit. Rips a deep three. And Sterling's lead's cut to 12. Johnson collects it. Gives it off to his brother Julian. He looks cross-court towards Borsch. This one goes back to Arnett. Over to Julian. Julian fakes the shot. Moves over. Finds Borsch. Borsch now gives it off to Arnett. Arnett ripping the three. Knocks it down. Arnett's hand. A straight fireball right now. 11 points out of the Sterling's 18. And that is the look of someone who's dialed in right now, Max. Lindenwold responding right back. Hughes answers quickly with a three of his own. Exchanging threes here between these two teams, and a foul called on Dominic Roberts.
Well, when we see here, this is definitely someone, if you look at the definition of locked in, it's Zion Arnett right now. He has not been missing at all. He has been really dialed in onto where the ball is and how to get open. Really solid first quarter performance from him to make up a majority of this 18-point gain for Sterling.
Lindenwold showing good resilience, though, trying to bounce back here. Here's Borsch on the inside. That one does not go. Gets his own rebound, puts it up again. That one doesn't go. Johnson now gets that one in. So Marcus Johnson finds his first 2 points of the night. Sterling storms with a 14-point lead. This one goes out to Roberts, and a traveling violation called on him.
You see here, Josh Borsch trying to get his scoring started, couldn't quite do it, but then this is where the dual big comes in. Marcus Johnson's right there on the other side of the rim to get those putback points. So the substitution made. At some point, the Kaz is getting
It's going to be
ready.
the Kaz.
He's getting ready. He's been getting a lot of good minutes recently.
Yeah, Casey Kaz. He showed a lot on senior night. That he can really shoot the rock, and I think that's given Sterling some spark. Arnett finds Schmid. He finds Johnson. Johnson, thinking about extending the range, does not. Gives it off to Arnett. Arnett with the hot hand, keeps it going. Already running out of room on our score sheets here, and Arnett with 14.
There's still a whole other quarter in this half to go. And three
more, yeah.
Goodness, he is going to have a night if he keeps this up.
Matthews cutting inside. That one tipped by Borsch. Borsch staying persistent, but cannot get it. So Roberts is going to get things started. Roberts off to Matthews. Matthews cuts inside, gives it off to Hughes. Hughes going to fire up a three. That one does not go. Maybe tipped on the way there as Johnson takes it the other way. He finds Arnett. Arnett took one too many steps there. Gets called for a travel. And it looks like the Kaz is going to check into this one.
Well, we look just once again. It's the IQ to move just those slight amounts to get Zion Arnett open. He has a lot of patience there. As we see, shifted over. Julian Johnson finds him wide open after stepping back. They draw the defense in, just trying to get an inside movement going, and Sterling doesn't let it happen. They find that perimeter with Arnett once again.
So a lot of good size on the court here for the Knights right now. Kozineski sits at 6'3", Johnson 6'3", and Borsch 6'4", as that layup does not go there for Lindenwold. Schmid going the other way, that one taken away. Matthews gives it off. Three-pointer here from Hughes. That one, butter. Hughes now has 6. Schmid moves up, gives it off to Arnett. Finds Borsch, over to Kozaneski. Kozaneski's going to take the open 3. That one does not go. Rebound there by the Lions. Roberts now going up the court, gives it off to Simmons. Simmons cuts back. Tip there by Kozaneski. Matthews moving inside, gets past Kozaneski. Stops, gives it off to Roberts. Roberts now with the pull-up mid-range. Knocks it down. Arnett finds Schmid. 5 seconds remain. Schmid gives it off to Kozaneski. Over to Borsch. Borsch fires up a 3. That one does not go. And time runs out before Schmid can get another shot. Story of that first quarter, all is Zion Arnett. 14 points out of the Sterling's 23. And we're going to cut to break, getting ready for his dominant second quarter.
I'm so tired of entering all this discipline. I just wish there was something I could do.
We've got illegal use of the phone. Report to VPO.
Just signing the Minga.
No. No use of the Minga pass. Going back to classroom. Late for class. Violation. Illegal wearing of the hoodie. Gray hoodie. That's a violation. Falling asleep in class. That's a violation. How many times am I going to have to tell this to you?
Clearly more than that, old geezer.
Personal foul, speaking mean to a teacher, that's a violation.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we're just getting ready for quarter number 2 between Sterling and Lindenwold. And, man, quarter number 1, all is Zion Arnett.
I mean, yeah, he had 14 out of the 23 points. He outscored Lindenwold in that first quarter by a three-pointer. He has been just on it no matter what. He's been able to find the ball in his hands, and he's been able to find a lot of open shots. Really solid.
So Roberts now pulls up for the mid-range. That one does not go. Rebound there by Arnett. Julian Johnson now running the point here for the Knights. Arnett moves inside. That one does not go. Rebound by Lindenwold. C.J. Matthews moving up the court. He gives it off to Roberts, who finds Hughes. Hughes off to Matthews. Matthews fakes the shot. And a traveling violation called. So there is Miles Williams right there, and to his right, I am pretty sure that is Antoine Arnett, who is Zion Arnett's older brother. He is at 1,000-point scorer here at Sterling, and then to the left is Miles Williams, who played basketball for quite some time here at Sterling. So 2 alums showing out here for the Knights as Johnson rips a three-pointer. That one does not go. Rebound by Arnett. Zion Arnett showing out for his older brother here at Sterling. Kozaneski tries one. That one does not go. Sterling searching for the rebound, gotten by Lindenwold. So Matthews operating here for Lindenwold. He moves inside, gives it off to Roberts. Roberts working here against Borsch. Roberts gets around and lays that one in. Small, shifty freshman getting up against the big Josh Borsch. Pretty impressive moves there from him. Arnett fakes the three-point shot, gives it off to Camardo. Camardo to Johnson, back to Camardo. Camardo takes it up on the outside. Stops and works here against Matthews. They give Johnson all day to shoot, and he does not make it. We've missed a couple three-pointers in a row now. Sterling kind of going a little cold here in this second quarter.
We saw Julian Johnson after the in and out, a little bit of disapproval of himself. But still a double-digit lead. They just got to keep on adding on, find that composure again. Don't let a really good first quarter performance diminish the other 3 quarters.
I think that's something that happened the last time Sterling was here at the Castle. They performed well in I would even say the first half, and then kind of watch the wheels fall off against a pretty good Garnet squad.
Yeah, they definitely, it was a lot of the rebounding as well. They were very on the ball for at least the first half, maybe even the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, they were letting up those things. Don't want to let that happen early. You still want to hold a strong lead over the Lions early.
So Lindenwold now operating. Roberts over to Matthews. Matthews ripping a three-pointer. That one's in. Matthews starting to get red hot here. The 16 points per game scorer has 6. Johnson to Arnett. Back out to Borsch. Finds Johnson. Gives it off to Key. Arnett to Borsch. Back to Arnett. Arnett, the hot hand, shoots a three. That one is cash. Zion Arnett, goodness gracious, 17 points for the senior. And I think right now, Max, he's the human torch.
Yeah. The torch has been passed on.
Roberts with some shifty footwork and the 2 and a timeout taken by Coach Behringer. And man, this freshman is giving Sterling's defense some trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Lindenwold's scoring has been divided through 3 people with 6, but Sterling's scoring has been all Arnett, as we see yet another example of the 3-ball going in. He's got 17 now, the 26. Incredible performance. We see yet another. See Amari Key slow down the play. And then we see Dominic Roberts trying to shift through the ball, makes a nice effort to try and block it, but nothing's going to stop Zion Arnett right now.
So there is Mrs. Camardo, the blonde, and then to the right is Mrs. Kozaneski, the wife of Mr. K, and then also to the right in the green is the new softball coach, Emily Kozaneski, the daughter of Mr. K. So we want to welcome her to the Sterling faculty. The Sterling family. Was the assistant coach last year, but gets the head coaching job this year. And the baseball and softball team run through the Kozaneskis this year. Also, Casey Kozaneski at the start, or one of the starting pitcher spot for the Knights as well. Boys baseball team, or the baseball team is going to make some noise this year. I'm quite excited to get out there and broadcast them. And the softball team looking to make some noise as well.
I've been getting more in tune with softball and baseball just overall. But I mean, doing these games will definitely help. I think they're going to make a lot of noise, as you said.
So Schmid's 3 does not go in, and Matthews makes him pay with a quick 2. So Johnson slows down. Tries to get it off to Camardo. That one taken away. Working inside is Matthews. He gets fouled there by Amari Key, and Sterling kind of losing that momentum that they started out with once again.
Yeah, the Knights, they're not finding much, as we see here. Someone we knew was going to have a pretty good performance just based on his season. C.J. Matthews, able to find a lot of room to work with. And he's been doing that a lot of the game. He's got 8 of the points for Lindenwold's 20.
And that one goes in as well. Matthews continuing the dominance. 11 points for him.
Yeah, I lied. He has 11 of 23.
And this was once a 12-point lead for the Knights, if not more. Has now diminished to a 3-point lead, and that's something that's been quite common all season.
I mean, that lead, that was at the end of the first quarter, and it's only been 4 minutes since then. They've let up a lot of points. They need to really regain their composure as they're doing now, slow down the pace of the game, find their offensive footing.
Johnson inside, gives it off to Julian Johnson. Johnson's going to rip a 3-pointer. That one does not go. That one won't count either because they hit the top.
It grazed the top, that's for sure. It's definitely disappointing as it was a nice shot. Bounced up, it's barely touches the top before dropping back in.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Something you don't want to see.
Johnson, it's been a little cold since that first quarter, as all the Knights have been, and hasn't been a great second quarter for them, as now Lindenwold back on the attack. That one does not go. Rebound by Travis Schmid. So this has been a relatively quiet second quarter. I mean, Arnett, I think, had 14 in that first quarter, has 17 now. Schmid had 3, and Johnson had 3.
Johnson had 4.
Johnson had 4.
And then Marcus Johnson had 2. So I think without that 3, it's a tie game right now.
Yeah, that actually sounds right. So Johnson moving inside, trying to get some momentum, draws the foul there. So hopefully Johnson get to the line and get these two in here for the Knights and try and get some momentum back in their favor.
C.J. Matthews' second foul. While he's a really good player, you can't let yourself get into foul trouble as a star player, because then you'll leave your team without a very important piece to the puzzle to make this game come out on top for you guys. It's something that he needs to watch out on. You already have two. We'll be very careful.
So misses his first is Johnson. Sits at 11 points per game this year. Makes his second. So Johnson now has 5. Sterling leading by 4. And it's this Lindenwold team that is also very depleted on the bench side of things as well. Only has 2 substitutions. Great passing here by the Lions. This one gets out to Matthews. Matthews with a hot hand continues. C.J. Matthews, 14 points. And he's showing out.
Again, another example of only one score leaving Sterling with the lead. That one made free throw keeps them in the lead by 1.
Amari Key now responding back quickly.
He heard me, wanted to extend it more. Amari Key, someone who we tend to see have pretty good games from the 3, has not been taking a ton of the shots. Now finally gets one off, and it goes right in.
He appreciated the space that they were giving him and definitely cashed in. And now Matthews the other way. That one does not go. Looking for the rebound there was Lindenwold. They did not get it. And Arnett now moving up. Arnett pumps the brakes. Off to Amari Key. Amari Key taking the room once again. Going to fire away from 3. That one does not go. Johnson almost gets the rebound. Gets it out to Key. Key to Arnett. Arnett does not shoot. Gives it off to Amari Key. Key finds Arnett. Arnett for 3. That one does not go. Rebound here by the Lions. The Lions moving up. Matthews cutting into the lane. Matthews looking for the layup. That one doesn't go. And Arnett going to reset.
Arnett with one more made 3 is a 20-point half as well, which is an incredible start to the game.
Schmid now looking for 3. That one does not go. And possession will go to Sterling.
If you look at this last basket here, Arnett finds Key. Once again, he decided to take the space that Lindenwold gives him, and it's nothing but net from there.
So Sterling with the inbound pass here. 1:14 to go in quarter number 2. And Sterling with a really slow quarter 2 with that being said. And Arnett gives it off to Johnson. Julian Johnson cutting into the lane, gives it off to Zion and over to Amari. Amari for 3. That one does not go. Looking for the rebound is the Knights. They don't get it. Matthews, full head of steam, pumps the brakes. Looks inside. Great pass there to Roberts, and Roberts with the touch. And it's in. So a 2-point differential between these two squads. Johnson moving it up with 50 seconds to go here. Julian to Amari. Underneath to Borsch. Back out to Amari. Key finds Johnson over to Arnett. Arnett moves inside. Goes up for the layup and the shifty layup. That is an Arnett with 19. Roberts moves inside, dishes it out to Simmons, and now taking the mid-range to Hughes. That one bounces in. 3 total scores for the Lindenwold Lions between Hughes, C.J. Matthews, and Dominic Roberts. It's now Sterling looking for the last shot. 9 seconds to go. Johnson moves inside, gets it off to Key, back to Johnson. Johnson going to take the shot from the top of the key. That one does not go. Rebound by Marcus Johnson. Johnson with 1 second gives it off to his brother, and they get it in the last second. Johnson with 8 points in that first half, but I think the real story has been Arnett with his 19, and then on the other hand, C.J. Matthews with 14.
And on the third hand, an 11-point quarter in that one for Sterling. Big come down, but if we take a look at what started all the scoring, it's been going on for both sides. A huge oop to kick it all off.
Yeah, and that was an exciting way to kick things off as we're going to send things right to break. 34-30 the score entering the second half. Sterling with some work to do.
I'm out of beer! Well, we need to go get some more. It's still dry. Yeah, let's go!
Dude, take the seatbelts off. What are we doing?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm ready to drive. Yeah!
Don't drink and drive.
Hey, stop that, bully!
Are you begging for a knuckle sandwich, twerp?
Maybe I am.
Nice try, twerp.
Please, Hamburger, please help me. He's bullying me. You're right. I need to help you. I'm the anti-bully. Logan. Oh my God, thank you. Oh yes, King.
Douglas. Here. Brody. Here. Joshua. Joshua. Joshua.
I don't think he signed up for flex time.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, I'm too late.
puff my vape right now. May I use the bathroom, please?
Yes, you may use the bathroom.
Yo, what happened to you? Wait. Man, screw that.
What happened to Doug?
Because he was vaping and thought it wouldn't hurt him at all.
And remember, stay clean, breathe fresh air.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Sterling Channel 19 as we are back getting ready for some second half action between Sterling and Lindenwold. But first, these leading scorers pretty different but also a little similar in the sense. So Zion Arnett led both teams in scoring that half with 19 points in that first half, but you would see this and think, oh, well, Sterling did a pretty good job. That's not necessarily the case. Johnson had 7 and Schmidt had 3, and then on the other hand, though, Lindenwold scoring between 3 players. Matthews with 14, Roberts with 8, and Hughes with 8. And first, we're going to talk about the 16-point-per-game player, C.J. Matthews.
Well, I mean, we've said it throughout the whole game. C.J. Matthews is truly a facilitator for this Lindenwold Lions squad, constantly scoring a lot of the 16-point average. And he's shown that all throughout this game, finding ways to get himself open, making from beyond the perimeter, and inside the paint. Overall, great stuff from him thus far.
Yeah, C.J. Matthews has just been pure dominance, definitely earned every ounce of that 16-point-per-game name, and kind of given the Sterling defense some trouble, especially in that second quarter where Sterling kind of had a major collapse amongst themselves.
Yeah, the first quarter was all Zion Arnett, all Sterling defense, and in the second quarter, everything really, the pieces started coming together, and that's where you saw Matthews continue to improve his game against that defense that Sterling has.
And I think on the other side of things, I mean, as much as we've been, talking about Sterling and their weaknesses, there has been one person who's been lighting the lamp, and that's been Zion Arnett.
Yeah, Zion Arnett from the get-go with a slam at the start from Julian Johnson with the assist. Look at the vertical, look at the jump, get it in there. But he didn't do just that. He was also hot from the perimeter, too, had a nice hot hand. They kept passing around. He was wide open in the corner after some nice patient passing. Got it in. He was great throughout that whole first half at finding the open shots for the Sterling team.
And I think Arnett definitely had this game coming eventually. As someone who's just so talented. His brother Antoine, 1,000-point scorer here at Sterling, was in the stands as we showed earlier, and just showing out in front of a good crowd. And Arnett has just been on absolute fire ever since literally the opening score.
I know throughout the start of the season, Julian Johnson was the human torch, but that torch has since been passed to Arnett for the night. He has been on fire from the start of this one.
And Sterling needing to be a little bit consistent, starting in the second half. That first quarter was tremendous, but something that we've commonly seen amongst the Knights this year, Max, is, some collapses happening within the later quarters.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it just the last time we had broadcasted from the Castle with the Haddon Heights Garnets. They had a really good connection on the offense, a lot of good offensive and defensive rebounding, and a lot of good passing, getting the ball back and the steals. And then in that last quarter, they crumbled. They couldn't remember really what a rebound was, it seemed like. They really couldn't get the ball back in their hands, and you can't let that happen because it's happened time and time again throughout this year. And Lindenwold is a team that has clearly shown with the right pieces and the right amount of passing, the right patience, they can get it done again.
So thank you all for tuning in here. Getting ready for some second half action between Sterling and Lindenwold. Sterling holding a 4-point lead after a dominant first quarter. Kind of the wheels fell off a little bit in that second quarter. And now looking to close this one out here against Lindenwold. Sterling sitting at 11th in the power points this year, 13-9 overall, a win percentage of .591, so just under 600, has 18 power points in total. Lindenwold at the very bottom at 19, 5-16, 238 win percentage. So if Sterling could get the win here, that would be a pretty major upset. Or excuse me, if Lindenwold could get the win here, that would be a pretty major upset. So Key getting things started, finding Arnett. Arnett getting into some open space, gives it off to Johnson. That one tipped. Arnett moves into some open space, gives it off, finds Key. Key over to Camardo, finds Johnson. Johnson gives it off to Camardo. Camardo fakes the shot, moves inside, looking for an outlet. That one almost lost a little bit there by Camardo, but Arnett gains it. Finds Camardo. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson was thinking shoot, moves inside, gives it off to Camardo. Camardo, one more pass to Key. Key fakes the shot, gives it off to Arnett. Arnett finds the three, and he gets it. 22 points for number one. Still continuing his dominance. This one pass inside. Lindenwold gives it off to Roberts. Roberts was looking for the dish. Got it there. Now Matthews going to get things started. Matthews working here against Arnett. Moves inside. Shifty layup right there. That one does not go. Fighting for the rebound here is Lindenwold and Schmid. Both players down on the floor.
If we look at the last basket, it took a while to find something open, but then with enough space, Arnett took the three and continued to improve. Now to a 20-point game for him. Incredible showing early on. He's still got a whole half to keep on improving it.
So now Camardo moving here with the ball. Gives it off to Key. Key thinking three, does not shoot it. Camardo now moves up into open space. He's going to take the mid-range and knocks it down. Jason Camardo pulling the trigger. He has two. Lindenwold gives this one off to Simmons. Simmons going to fire away from three. That one does not go. Rebound by Arnett. Arnett flying down the court. Pumps the brakes a little bit. Moves into some space. Gives it off to Camardo. Camardo trying to go inside. Gets the ball back. Camardo pestered by two Lions. And Sterling regains control. Key. Off to Camardo. He finds Johnson. Slow, methodical possession here by the Knights. Want to get exactly what they got set going. Johnson off to Key, who finds Arnett. Arnett from the corner. Does not go. Lindenwold, Sterling with the rebound. Camardo opening from, firing from the open space. Does not go. Johnson can't get the rebound. Schmid regains it. Almost gets it poked away, and Key moves up. Key off to Camardo, who finds Arnett. Arnett moving inside, gives this one off to Johnson. Johnson to Key. Key moving inside, and a foul called there. It looks like it'll be on Roberts.
Well, I mean, it was a ton of rebounding, a ton of trying to get those second, even third chance points, and to continue to pass it around. Then Key, yeah, we see Roberts tries to move in a little too late. Got a little too much pressure on him. It'll be a second foul of the day. His on Key as he tried to drive in. Not what you want to see when you're trying to regain momentum with a 9-point deficit, not in your favor.
So Johnson off to Arnett. Back over to Johnson. Arnett settles it, gives it off to Camardo. Camardo to Arnett. Arnett all the way over to Key. Key finds Camardo. Camardo going to fire away from three once again. That one's off. Rebound there by the Lions. Sterling still hustling for it, and they get it back once again. Long possession here from the Knights. Schmid tries a three. That one does not go. Rebound by Arnett. I think Sterling's had possession for quite some time now. Probably been 2 minutes and 30 seconds by now. Schmid moves inside and finally gets fouled.
They might have had the ball for a good 3 minutes there. I mean, it was a long, drawn-out possession, but if you're Sterling, that's what you want to see. You want to have all the time in the world to collect your composure and cause something like that to happen where you draw yet another foul and get yourself to the line, especially with Schmid, 94% from the free throw. Really someone that's reliable from there.
So Schmid, ready to shoot two, misses his first. And, you know, Max, apart from Arnett, it kind of feels like the rest of the Knights have just had off games.
Yeah, definitely some of them. I think even though, obviously, when you have someone with 22 points, you're not going to look like you're having your career game. But Sterling, while they've been getting the ball around a lot, they also had to rebound a lot in a lot of physical ways, especially in these last couple of possessions where they've had the ball for a long time, but that doesn't mean they really had the ball. They've had to fight for the ball for a long time. They're really just reducing their stamina every time they miss 3 or 4 in a row, having to continue to go for the rebound.
And Schmid misses both of his, which is a rare occurrence for number 2, someone who's always good from the charity stripe. He gets the rebound here, gives it off to Julian Johnson. Johnson bumped, no call. Johnson moving inside. Johnson going for the layup, and he gets that one. So this one gets to Roberts. This one goes inside to Hammond. Hammond with the layup, and that one goes for him. So the first Lindenwold Lion, other than Hughes, Matthews, and Roberts, to get a point tonight is Sharif Hammond. Key moves inside, finds Arnett. Arnett does not shoot, moves inside himself, going for the layup, draws contact, but not the 2 points.
There's another in and out shot. A couple of those have happened to Sterling today. As we see, there's been a lot of like jump for the shot passes throughout this. We see just around the rim on the inside, couldn't get it, but you still get an opportunity to get those 2 points back and retake a double-digit lead.
So Arnett, 66% from the charity stripe, but obviously the hot hand today here for the senior as he misses his first. Double his points per game today with this big performance against Lindenwold. As he misses his second as well. Schmid with the rebound. Schmid puts it up. That one does not go, and Sterling hit a little bit of a cold streak here.
Yeah, they've definitely, I think they're indulging in the recent snow a little too much. They're getting a little too cold. Can't be shivering like this coming out of the half. You've had the ball for so long, and just nothing's coming your way. You're getting all these rebounds, all these chances, as we see here. That last basket from Julian Johnson, one of the exceptions in this quarter where he made it yet again a 9-point game. But it's really been less of a problem with Sterling having possession and more Lindenwold not getting it and doing something with it, because we've seen they've been able to make this game close when they have the ball, which they will now. There's a bit of a full court press, as Sterling knows they're going to need as many points as they need this late in the game when they've been making some mistakes.
So Matthews has it for the Lions now. Gives it off to Hughes. Back to Matthews. Matthews looking for some open space. Tumming's now on the court here for the Knights. Couple substitutions made. Key and Schmidt are sent to the bench for Tummings, Rosano, and Borsch. I think Johnson was also sent to the bench, excuse me. So this one gets to the outside. Layup attempt there by Simmons. That one does not go. Outside for Matthews. And that one misses as well. So a bit of a different court dynamic here for the Knights. Couple different players out there now. Arnett's going to pull it from the top of the key. That one does not go. Saved there by Julian Tummings. And Arnett gets it. That's great hustle there by number 23, Julian Tummings.
It's been the reason Sterling can hang on to that lead, because there's been a lot of instances where Lindenwold just haven't been able to get that done with the rebounding, and Sterling has been able to have these long possessions.
So that one almost inside. And that ball will go in favor of the Knights. So Camardo looking for an outlet, gives it off to Borsch. Borsch over to Arnett. Arnett trying to move inside, almost gets pickpocketed. This one gets out to Camardo. Camardo doesn't shoot, gives it off to Rosano. Rosano looking for the inside pass. That one taken away by Simmons. Moving here is Matthews. Gets around Tummings, gives it off to Roberts. Roberts for three. That one does not go. Rebound there by Quentin Rosano. A little push inside there on Tummings away from the ball. Foul call there on number 15, Sharif Hammond. So Sterling basically with all subs here on the court apart from Julian Johnson. They have Marcus Johnson, Josh Borsch, Julian Tummings, and Quentin Rosano on the court for the Knights. Tummings gets this one off to Rosano and gives this one to Borsch. Borsch moving into the lane, trying to absorb the contact, can't. This one out to Rosano. Rosano for three. That one does not go. Rebound by Borsch. Borsch gets bumped on the floor, and I think a call or foul will be called there on Sharif Hammond once again.
Well, Hammond, while this quarter has been all Sterling, a lot of retention of possession throughout, a lot of physical rebounds. Could be some impatience coming from some of this Lindenwold team to try and get the ball, and they've just not really been able to do that. And it's given the bonus for the Knights late in this third quarter. And I think the reason all these, as you had mentioned, a lot of people coming off the bench are in right now is because they know the fourth quarter is going to be an important one. They need their starters as rested as they can be.
So Josh Borsch finds his first 2 points of the night here, or excuse me, 1 point of the night, looking for his second. Yeah, I'm going to jinx him now. I'm going to be hear about this one later, I bet.
You'll hear from me in about 20 seconds.
Borsch looking for his second.
And look what you did.
Come on.
Look what you did.
But Johnson looking for the rebound.
Oh,
and that one doesn't
that's all
go
you,
either.
isn't it?
Ugh, dang it. So Borsch found his first point. Now moving inside is Simmons. That one blocked by Marcus Johnson. Rejected by the big man. Trying to shoot the three is Hughes. That one does not go. Sterling looking for the rebound. Marcus Johnson, big athletic, gets it. Tummings has it, and a timeout called by Coach B.
So do you like cursing our players? Is that a
It-
hobby of yours?
It was an accident. Make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. We'll have live updates of all the things happening here on Sterling Channel 19. Live updates of everything happening at the castle and more of the stuff you guys need to know. Make sure you guys go follow us at Sterling TV 19 on Facebook. A couple future tech crew members right there dancing in front of our little Valentine's Day thing. I think these are all little Doricos. There I know is Josh Dorico. Attended the preschool here last year, so I remember that face anywhere. Having the time of their lives tonight. There's our vice principal, Mr. Dorico, to the right. I feel as we show him on the screen, I should remind all the students watching to make sure you guys sign up for your Mingas for the week.
I did it very early on.
Look, there he is. Spots the camera. Gives us a nice wave. Mr. Dorico, what a guy.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Got some clean kicks on, you see?
Yeah.
A silver and like UNC blue, I like it.
So our next TV game will be girls basketball Thursday at 5:30. That one we go against Winslow Township. That will be the girls' senior night. So make sure you guys tune in live here on Sterling TV 19. A couple of seniors being honored for the girls. Off the top of my head, I can think of Paris Logan, Amber Wilsey, KK Carr, Macy Fox. I think I got all of them.
Honor Island K as well. But
Yeah.
I don't know. She's taking on a bit of a coaching role for that squad.
Yeah, oh,
throughout the
Ireland K,
injury.
good call. But those are the 5 I can think of. I think we got all of them. Covered all of our bases.
Sims and Cooner.
Rosano for 3. That one does not go. Rebound there by Johnson. He gets fouled on the way up and gets that one in. Marcus Johnson looking for the three-point play.
Well, Marcus Johnson, we see here, using his size to his advantage. Both him and Borsch are able to make things like that happen, especially him with the 6'3" frame. And he uses the second chance opportunity to put it up and draw a foul, which leads to a 5-point total in the game.
So Marcus Johnson doing a good job this game. Again, 5 points. Done a great job on the boards for the Knights. Moving up now is the shifty Matthews. Gives it off to Roberts. Roberts fakes the mid-range, puts it up, and gets that one in. Roberts with 10. Johnson off to Tummings. Tummings gives it off to Johnson. Back to Tummings. The Julians exchanging passes now. This one goes to Borsch. Borsch moving inside the lane, absorbs contact and puts that one up. It's been all big men here these past couple of minutes as Borsch and Johnson go back to back. Matthews off to Roberts. Roberts looking inside. It looks like a foul called on the floor. That one will go against Julian Tummings.
I think even without that foul on the floor, it's very possible there might have been a little too much contact on that from Tummings there. But nonetheless, what was called. They'll get an inbound with 8 seconds to go in the third.
So Rosano guarding Simmons off the inbound. Definitely approaching 5 seconds, but a timeout taken. Oh, excuse me, no, the ref calls the 5 second.
Coach Conley, he was calling timeout constantly, and the refs.
No, they're going to give it to him. So they say he did call timeout. Looks like the ref didn't hear him down low. And you can follow us on Instagram at Sterling TV 19. We'll have all the behind-the-scene photos of us here at Sterling Channel 19, including some new ones featuring Tyrone and Tyrese, our Valentine's Day buddies. Make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram at Sterling TV 19. There's Travis's sister, Gabby Schmid, someone approaching her senior year on the volleyball team next year, a team that impressed us a lot this year. Quite frankly, and this stays between us and the microphones here, is there's a couple of the football players, and then Mr. Carter to the right. And it might be snack time here at Sterling Channel 19. I'm not sure what we're getting. I see Skittles, yeah.
Oh, I saw Skittles and a tangerine, which was a very interesting combo.
Yeah.
No, it's a basketball toy. It's double bubble.
Double
it's
bubble.
Gums.
Wow, that's actually cool. So as I was mentioning, I actually had a lot of fun broadcasting girls basketball girls volleyball this year, and I think there she is examining the product in front of her, and I think the girls volleyball team was one of the most entertaining things to stream all year.
I got my first play-by-play with that.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun.
Dude, they're going to be great next year as well.
Really good chemistry, and while they are losing some seniors like Danica Zane who could facilitate, they have their Daniela Ibrahimi who can play that libero role once.
And Johanna Dunnings, who was, but that's going to be a big loss for them because
sure.
she was so good on the sets. But anyway, back to what's happening on the current day court. As CJ Matthews moving with 2 seconds left, fouled there by Julian Johnson. Perhaps a smart foul taken there by Johnson, which is his first. But that also puts Lindenwold in a quick inbound and shoot situation.
Yeah, it does leave them only with 1 second left. So even if they do get the ball into a good position, it's very possible they just miss with the amount of time they have.
Matthews firing away. That one off the front rim. Big shot there by Matthews, but it does not close the gap. Sterling with a 13-point lead over the Lions. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Yo, what's up? How the you doing? Oh, good, I guess. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, this, that, everything.
You know, like, yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, it's nice seeing you. I'm gonna get going now. All right. Out of here. I'll see you.
Hey.
Hey, Roddy.
Is that Brody over there? How's he doing?
I don't even know.
Welcome back here to Sterling Channel 19, and there's the Cinemark in Somerdale, New Jersey, getting ready for some Valentine's Day couples who might be going for date night, and of course getting ready for the movie man, Brian McLernan. And there is Happy Valentine's Day from us here at Sterling TV 19. All of our names on there who were working the game today. So make sure you all enjoy your day, and if you're going to the parade tomorrow, make sure you guys stay safe, stay warm, and have an amazing time, because I will be there. The girl behind the camera, Karina Justice, will be there.
I'll be there.
Max will be there. Tad will be there. So we'll all be there supporting our Philadelphia Eagles after I get that big win.
Over under 50 Eagles chance.
Way over.
Honestly, I would set the line to like 500.
Yeah.
Just even in your vicinity.
Yeah.
You'll hear 100.
So Amari Key now has it for the Knights. The Knights with a 13-point lead here entering quarter number 4. This one gets to Camardo. Camardo finds an open Amari Key. Great pass there from Camardo. Key can't hit it. Rebound there by Schmid. He gives it off to Camardo. Camardo back to Schmid. Schmid moving into some open space, trying to go across the court there to Key. That one intercepted by the Lions. Matthews now has it, working here against Johnson. Matthews, nice cut to the behind the back, gives it off. This one gets to Roberts. Roberts going against Camardo. Roberts moving inside. He gets fouled. Actually, no, they change it, and it is a traveling violation called on Roberts. And Camardo down in a heap.
Well, if we take a look at what led to this, you see Dominic Roberts on Camardo trying to press through. Ooh, looked like he elbowed him in the midsection. And Camardo's going to take time to reset himself.
Looks like Sterling's going to send in a sub just in case. So Josh Borsch will enter this matchup. And Camardo, yeah, definitely took an elbow right there. A little uncomfortable. Probably gave Mr. K a little heart attack inside the truck, because that is one of the starters for the Sterling baseball team this upcoming spring, which is in a couple of weeks, believe it or not.
Sooner than people think.
Poor Mr. K.
So much stress.
I know, right? This one off to Arnett. Arnett finds Johnson. Johnson from the top of the key. That one falls. Johnson maybe feels like he take a big breath after that one, because he's been a little cold, but finally gets that 1 3-pointer. Roberts cutting inside. Nice move there by the freshman. 12 points for Dominic Roberts.
Well, he's someone who's only played 9 of the possible 19 games these guys could have played. Now this will be his 10th game played. And he's put on a really nice show, Dominic Roberts, as a freshman for Lindenwold. While this gap is still 15, he's put up a lot of those points.
Key over to Arnett. Arnett for 3. That one off the rim. Fighting for the rebound. He does keep it in, but it's an immediate turnover there to Simmons. Simmons off to Matthews. Matthews going up for the layup. That one does not go. Johnson off to Borsch. Borsch pumps the brakes, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson going inside. That one gets tipped. Looks like it'll stay in Sterling possession.
We take a look here at the drive. Borsch going for something. And right back to Julian Johnson, who gets it blocked by what appeared to be Jermaine Hughes there as he went up for the layup.
So Arnett resetting. Gives it off to Johnson. This one inside to Schmid. Schmid with the layup. So Arnett now working here against Matthews. Schmid comes to help. This one going for Roberts. That one tipped. Sterling's defense a little out of sorts now, but Matthews gets it off to Roberts. Roberts moves inside. That one swatted there by Key. Can't get it off. Sterling with the rebound. Johnson inside. Goes up for the layup. That one off the backboard and in.
Now got 15. Number 55.
Foul called there on Arnett as we take a look at the replay.
If you take a look here once again, I know that we had said Isaiah Arnett was totally this game's human torch, but Julian Johnson picked it right back up as he's been really fighting for these both boards, what he needs to. He's been fighting for him in the paint, and he's also been fighting for points in the paint constantly in the second half.
So Matthews now working here for the Lions, gives it off to Roberts. Roberts shifty inside. That one well defended there by Key. He's trying to look for Schmid, just a little bit too quick. And a turnover there by the Knights. Now the Lions moving up. Knights with a couple of defenders still back on the offensive side. This one off to Roberts. Roberts for the floater. That's a nice touch there from Roberts as Roberts has 14. The Knights still with a pretty sizable lead over the Lions though. Key off to Borsch. Borsch for 3. That one does not go. Schmid looked for the rebound. That one was tipped. That one, a foul called there on Amari Key. And it looks like Roberts will be sent to shoot 2.
Take a look at what caused this. We see Roberts try to fight, and while Key was trying to evade the foul, he made a little too much contact before that effort.
So number 55, Avant Arnett checking into this game here for the Knights. Brother of Zion Arnett, who's on the court right now, and brother of Antoine Arnett, who's in the stands. So all 3 Arnett brothers in the vicinity, and Avant Arnett, who's soon to be probably a great player for this Knights team, getting some reps here on the varsity lineup.
We've seen him a lot through the JV games, obviously, as every player does in their freshman year, some hits and misses.
Three-pointer there from Zion Arnett.
But he's definitely a good prospect that has a lot of great players around him to learn from, and I think he's been absorbing that information very well, finding himself throughout this freshman year.
So Borsch gives it off to Zion. Zion now up to 25 points in this matchup. He gives it off to Avant. Avant for 3. That one does not go. Definitely looking for those first varsity points is Avant, a.k.a. Peanut. C.J. Matthews misses. Avant gives it off to his brother Zion. Zion moves inside the paint and gets fouled on the way there. Matthews up to his 3rd foul.
Well, if we take a look what got there, Avant to Zion Arnett. A second brother connection on Sterling than we see. When he went there. Matthews, a little too much of a reach, gets his 3rd foul and gives Sterling an inbound to try and make something happen.
So Amari Key has it here for the Knights. This one off to Arnett. Zion shifting inside, gives it off to Key. And Key, just one too many steps. So Sterling looking like they're going to send in the reserves here. Salim Jones, Quentin Rosano, Casey Kozaneski, and it looks like Julian Tummings will be entering this game. And Avant Arnett will be taking the seat, unfortunately. Peanut is going to find his way right back to the bench.
You know the second Peanut that you have given out as a nickname is Pat?
I was told to call him Peanut.
Oh.
I think Avant is...
That was an executive order.
Yeah. From a couple of the buddies.
Those guys.
Yeah, the soccer boys. But
Soccer guys.
Avant, I know, is called
just,
Peanut.
That's his legal name.
Yep. Blocked there by Tummings, but he gets called for the foul. Avant, I know, is called Peanut because every time he enters my gym class, everyone, Peanut! So, Avant will be known as Peanut.
Well, Peanut gets his first varsity when he's cracking out of his shell.
Yeah.
Start this one. Something you want to see.
Misses his first three, but you know what? That's okay. It's all about the experience for
Yeah,
Peanut.
you'd rather get out there and learn something in those couple of moments than sit on the bench and do nothing.
So getting the first there is Hughes. And misses the second. So good ball movement here as Roberts going to rip a three-pointer. That's nothing but net. Dominic Roberts, someone else who's been breaking out of his shell. 17 points for the freshman tonight. Salim Jones taking this one into the lane, goes up and absorbs the contact and gets the and one. Salim Jones without the throw, making his impact known as he's looking for the three-point play.
Well, if we look here, it's an obvious reach and a little bit of contact, both from 14 and 2. The foul called on number 14. He still makes it, trying to make the lead 61-43. 64% from the free throw. Not bad at all.
And in the back left of that original shot, now not in the shot, but Quentin Rosano, the main user of the nickname when it comes to Avant. Every single day, there he is, number 15. Very, very troll guy. He just likes to have fun out there. Really doesn't take anything seriously. But that one blocked there by Tummings. But he is the main user of Peanut every single day in our gym class. Peanut! Peanut! Peanut!
I think I have a class with Avant. I'm going to start marking him down as Peanut.
Peanut, yeah. Roberts now with the step back three-pointer. That one does not go. Rebound by Kozaneski. So Tummings moving up the court here for the Knights. Gives it off to Jones. Jones off to Rosano. He gives it in the middle to Kozaneski, who finds Tummings. Tummings ripping a three-pointer. That one off the rim. Rebound there by Hammond.
It was a good shot selection. He had a lot of space, just wasn't there for him. Cough almost caught me off guard mid-sentence.
This is a three-pointer here by Hughes. That one does not go. Rebound by Marcus Johnson. So Jones moving the ball up the court. Jones working here. Cuts into the middle. Euro steps inside. That one hit off his leg. And that will be Sterling possession.
We saw he tried to kind of land and the ball fell out of his hands. Resulting in a kicked ball, not what you want to see.
Jones actually transferred from Lindenwold here to Sterling. Was originally a Lion, I think transferred into his sophomore year. That one stripped away by the Knights. Kozaneski slowing things down here for Sterling. Gives it off to Jones. Jones gonna rip it from way downtown. That one does not go. Rebound there by Marcus Johnson. Johnson off to Kozaneski. Kozaneski back out to Jones. Jones fakes the shot, gives it off to Tummings. Tummings moves inside. Nice move there by number 23. And Tummings finds his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Tummings, we saw it on senior night, has the capability to get a lot of points in a game. And, well, with the minutes he has, he makes worth of them every time, whether it be from assists or from points like that.
So that one stripped away there by Jones as Jones moves up with a head full of steam. Jones going to take it himself. Thought he absorbed the contact, but it's a jump ball, so we're going to take a look at the last basket.
Take a look yet again. Jones pump fakes, find a pass, and then Julian Tummings a lot of physicality to make that two. Giving Sterling a 20-point lead now with 70 seconds to go.
So Matthews now with 1 minute and 2 to go here in this game. Going to work inside here against Tummings. That one stripped away. Rosano looking around, finds Tummings. This one out to Kozaneski. Kozaneski for the 3-ball. That one does not go. Rebound by Rosano. And Rosano gets 2 points for big man Q. This one out to Matthews. Matthews, 3-pointer does not go. Looks like Sterling will perhaps dribble this one out. Maybe not. Rosano to Jones. Jones gonna rip from way downtown. That one does not go. Rebound to Johnson. Johnson out to Tummings. Tummings gets that one stripped away. Looking for an outlet, finds Jones. Jones gonna try it again, way downtown. Does not go. 8 seconds remain here as that'll do it. As Roberts maybe looking for that 20 ball, and he gets it. An awesome way to end that one is Dominic Roberts, the freshman, gets a 20 ball. Unfortunately overshadowed by Zion Arnett's 25-point performance. As we're gonna take a look at Rosano's last basket.
We see Quentin Rosano, after the rebound was got by him, got the nice layup, making all but 2 Sterling Knights scorers in this one.
So we're gonna come to a post-game show in just a few moments, but Sterling with the big victory over the line. 65-46 the final score. We'll be back in just a few moments.
What made you become a bully?
Twerk! Twerk! Whoa, nice one, man. You should start hanging with me.
Okay.
Yo, Dang, look at this. Go show him who's boss.
Hey.
Huh?
Danny, go to VPO.
No!
Well, you know, Mr. Jericho, I guess it started with peer pressure.
So tired of entering all this discipline. I just wish there was something I could do.
We've got illegal use of the phone. Report to VPO.
Just signing the Minga.
No.
No use of the Minga pass. Going back to classroom.
Late for class. Violation. Illegal wearing of the hoodie, gray hoodie, that's a violation. Falling asleep in class, that's a violation. How many times am I going to have to tell this to you?
Clearly more than that, old geezer.
Personal foul, speaking mean to a teacher, that's a violation.
Dude, take the seatbelts off. What are we doing? Yeah, you're right. I'm ready to drive. Yeah!
Don't drink and drive.
Victory. I'm here with three generations of the Arnett's, Zion, Avant, and Antoine. First, it's going to be Zion. Man, you had a terrific game tonight, 25 points. How are you feeling after that big win?
I feel great, and I feel good.
I mean, you know, playoffs rolling just around the corner. What are you guys looking to accomplish? I mean, within the next couple of games, try and get yourselves, you know, ready for that, that next step.
Well, you know, Saturday we play Audubon. That's our last home game. We definitely want that one, and we just want to go in the playoffs with our heads high.
And I mean, Zion, to, you know, be in, you know, the presence of your older brother and to play with Avant on the court. How cool is that whole family dynamic for you?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I mean, I wish he would hit the shot, but you know, it was cool. It was cool.
Thank you, Zion. You could stick with me for just a second. Now, Avant, I mean, to get your first varsity touches, how'd that feel for you?
It was good.
We gotta work on your post game skills a little bit. We're gonna do it here now. You know, you missed your three-pointer, but, you know, to do this with your older brother, Zion, and to do it in front of Antoine, how does that feel for you, you know, for, you know, the family and how you're going to continue the legacy within the next, you know, 3 years?
It was great.
Just these one-word answers, Peanut? You're going to do me like that?
Yeah.
Wow. I see how it is. You know, I'm moving on. So, Antoine, to watch your two younger brothers, you know, do what they do, and especially Zion in his big senior year as an older brother, how does that make you feel?
It was good to watch, good to come out here and see them play. So,
I mean,
it was good.
You had a pretty historic time here at Sterling, and I mean, looking back, how do you feel that these two pair up to, you know, your big moments here at Sterling?
It feels good, like just seeing them grow day by day and game by game. It's just good to watch.
I appreciate you three coming on. Zion, congratulations. Thank you, Peanut and Antoine. I appreciate it. So last, it's going to be Coach Behringer for just a moment here as he's saying hey to Antoine.
I brought a special guest with me.
Hello. How's it going?
It's good.
You happy about the result today of the game?
Yes. I'm very excited.
Very excited?
Yes.
Now, how about those Eagles? Were you excited about the Eagles win this past weekend?
Yes, they're my favorite.
They're your favorite?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
I'm not sure which one I like. I like all of them. Yeah.
All of them?
Take all of them.
That's awesome. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. So, Coach Behringer, I mean, a big win against Lindenwold today, and I mean, playoffs just around the corner, only one home game left. I mean, how are you feeling about the team, you know, going into all of that?
You know what? I still, honestly, I keep saying this, I still feel like we haven't played our best basketball. So, you know, hopefully, like, everything has been a lesson. Hopefully we'll learn and get out some kinks here. So I'm still optimistic. I'm still excited. So, like I said, every game shows a lesson, and hopefully we can just keep moving forward.
It's been 3 generations of Arnett brothers for you here at Sterling Channel 19. How does it feel, you know, watch that family, you know, kind of progress through your system and all that, and to see them grow as people individually?
First of all, you know, it's a pleasure because they're such a good family because of their parents, right? Their parents did a great job raising them, and they're not troubles to us because of what they do at home first. So it's been a pleasure to know that I have another Arnett, and, you know, there's not many things I got to worry about. But the second part of it is just that they're good basketball players, right? And they're willing to learn. I still think Zion is learning and understanding the game more. You see he's not even at his pinnacle yet. And then Avant has a lot to learn from that. And he's got big shoes to fill from what Antoine did here. So it's been a pleasure having that 3 generations, and that's why we tried to do it tonight, broadcast it tonight.
Mr. Barringer, I appreciate you coming
Thank
on.
you. This
And
is
I
Princeton.
appreciate you, Princeton,
Hey,
for
you know what
coming
his
on.
middle name is?
What's his middle
your name?
Sterling.
I'm sorry, Sterling Princeton.
Sterling Princeton?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thanks for coming on, buddy. You're a great interview. So I'm going to send it back to my boy, Max Zuback, in the booth. Max?
Well, we have another game, a senior night for the girls basketball squad on Thursday, February 20th at 5:30 against Winslow Township. It'll be live on Channel 19 and at our YouTube channel. And, I mean, it's going to be a big one. Tonight was a huge win over Lindenwold. It was an exciting one.
Yeah.
Some good interviews.
Yeah.
You got to see the 3 eras of our nets and how it's going to continue to grow. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the coming Thursday. Can't wait for tomorrow.
And who's this mysterious man over here?
Are we going to have to Scooby-Doo mask reveal you? Is that what we're going to have to do? Let's see who's under that mask.
And it's Mason
It's
Tink!
Tink!
Oh,
It's
my
Tink!
God. Who saw that one coming? Oh, my goodness.
Me.
I didn't see that one coming at all. Thank you, everyone. Tink, do you want to say
wanna
anything,
talk?
or you just...
No.
Nope.
Let him be in silence.
He's silence. Silence Tinkum.
He's silent justice.
So thank you all for tuning in here to Sterling Channel 19. Happy Valentine's Day to all. Everyone enjoy the parade tomorrow who is going. And as always, go Knights.